Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of the MacroActive Town Halls. I'm Sarah Kelsey, product marketer at MacroActive and podcast host for the One Up project.
And I'm Sam Williams, Chief Marketing Officer. At MacroActive, we're on a mission to impact 10 million lives and aim to be the most valuable platform for fitness, wellness coaches, entrepreneurs, and creators.
So something people tend to struggle with immensely when it comes to achieving their goals is nutrition. Trainers, you will, I'm sure, be able to relate to this and chat to your clients about this all the time. You might remember in the first episode of these town halls, I discussed this book, which is Atomic Habits by James Clear. So Atomic Habits describes 4 things you need to make a task turn into a habit and to do that sustainably for the long term. The first one is making it obvious. The second one is making it attractive. The third one is making it easy. And the fourth one is making it satisfying. Well, in this segment, let's talk about the third one, which is making it easy in relation to nutrition. Hi, Heidi. So how are some of these features helping your clients to achieve their goals and change their life as well?
Yes, never work with children and animals, is the old saying in this game. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this. I guess one of the things about nutrition is that it very much depends on your age and your stage of life. So your metabolism changes over time. And it's something that it's not the same thing for every person, depending on what life change they've gone through or are going through or what challenge they have ahead of them. So one feature in particular that I think brings so much accessibility to nutrition is what may seem to be a very simple but actually a huge impact, and that's the shopping list feature. So this feature will incorporate all the necessary ingredients for the meal you plan into one easy to use list. And then as you move through the supermarket, you can tick things off as you go.
You'll see a recording of that on the screen now. And so as you have a look at it, you'll notice how really helpful it is. It's so great. I actually used it the other day. So as you move through the supermarket, ticking things off, you'll also have a list of purchased items. So as you tick things off, they'll go into your purchased items cart. And so you can see everything you've ticked off really easily just to quickly check you haven't forgotten anything. And if there are some things you don't add, for example, you haven't added yet, you can just quickly check that straight away. Also, you can email that list to anyone and even yourself if you want a copy of it. So it makes it really easy if you're just out and about or the kind of person that likes to print things off and manually tick them off as well.
I guess almost like a My Food bag, except the kind of manual way of doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it gives so much more ease to the process of meal prepping and buying food, which we spoke about when I was talking about those habits and the things you need to do to make a habit and make it sustainable, is making it easy. And so the shopping list feature is something that really, really, really will enable your clients to do that. And then it'll make the process of meal prep and sticking to nutrition seem that much easier. So it's definitely a really, really helpful feature. And another one I love is the dining out feature. So you trainers will understand the struggle of sticking to a meal plan and then waiting to have some flexibility by going out and not being able to calculate exact calories. You know, it makes for a really hard situation when you're trying to just have a good time, but you don't know what each caloric value of each meal is going to be. Well, in this feature, you're able to choose from a large list of restaurant meals to replace the meal assigned in your meal plan. Not only can it help you when you're eating out, but it can actually help you decide what you can eat when you don't feel like cooking, for example. So this isn't only a feature that you can just go to when you're going to be eating out anyway, but if you have had, a really long day and you're like, oh, I just cannot be bothered sticking to my meal plan. I want to buy something, but how am I going to be able to track that? Well, this feature does exactly that and gives you that flexibility in order to enjoy something different for a change or something that you have been craving or whatever from a popular restaurant. So this is because the list will show those restaurant meals that fit into the caloric requirements that you have. So all you have to do is go into your dinner meal for that specific day, and you would have just seen a video of this on the screen. choose which restaurant you're going to be dining out at, and shop the specific restaurant meals to get in its macronutrient breakdown and have that recorded within your meal plan.
And I guess all of us lead busy lives, and I guess this is one of the funny things about lockdowns. We had plenty of time to cook at home, and now we're back to some semblance of normal, and we're getting out and doing things just as we did before. Having that option to be spontaneous and not have to turn down a dinner date or a social event because you're trying to lose weight or you're on some sort of training program is a really useful feature to have in the app and to be able to provide your clients.
Exactly. And as I mentioned earlier, coming back to building a habit, we really want your clients, and you really want your clients to be able to stick to their meal and workout programs consistently. And so being able to offer as much flexibility as possible and as much personalization to their lifestyle as possible is going to help them do that, ultimately see results, transformations, and their lifetime value will increase. Their loyalty to you will increase, and their trust with you will increase because they know that they will get results when they're with you.
And I suppose one question that I'm sure potential clients and clients of MacroActive would have is, how do you get this feature?
Yeah, so what you can do is you can head to our knowledge base kind of resource, which we will put in the description for you if you want to check out, or you can email our team support@macroactive.com and they will be able to help you out as well.
I guess it's built into the platform, so
Yes.
it's not something that you pay extra for.
No, definitely not. No, this is something that anyone can have. Some of you may have already had it activated but just have forgotten about it or haven't been able to promote it for a while. So definitely just check in with your contact in the team or check out the knowledge base for more.
And I guess that's one of the things in terms of frequently asked questions. There are these hidden features, if you like, in the platform that often we forget about, but also are actually quite valuable for developing those habits that's part of what you're trying to do with your clients.
Exactly. And, we really want to make sure that you have full oversight over all of those different features because they've all been designed and added to the platform specifically for purposes that will benefit you and your clients. And so having that full overview of what is there is really going to help you to promote your platform so much better to your clients who are probably interested in how this plan or this platform is going to be different to them than it is to so many others out there. Yeah, and so that sort of rounds off that segment in terms of making things, how we're going to make things easy in order to create a habit out of it. And we will be going more deeper into frequently asked questions as we move throughout these town halls. So if there are any questions that you have specifically, and we'll repeat this a few times because we'd really love to hear from you, drop them down below or let us know. And so to conclude this town hall, we're keen to update you on some resources that we think will be really helpful towards your health and fitness business development, but also your personal development, of course. So I'll start today. As trainers, we're extremely time poor, but we value looking after ourselves both physically and emotionally. I know many of you have spoken to many of you who value your entire personal development. It's not just within health and fitness, and we all know that it's an ecosystem of things. So it's how you guys have become so successful already. And so when you need a bit of motivation or a pick-me-up in a short amount of time, a really good podcast that I enjoy is called The Mindset Mentor. It's a really good one. All episodes are around 20 minutes long, which I think is a really good length, even if you're bumping up the speed on it to get through it super quickly, but just have a bit of extra motivation. And it's super easy to digest. The language is completely accessible, so it's not something where you have to stop and think and listen. It's something you can easily listen to while doing anything, and you'll be able to get a lot of value out of it. And it's helped me with most things like comparison, motivation, and discipline, I'd say. What about you, Sam?
Yeah, the one that I have for everyone this week is a chap called Siim Land, and that's the name of his YouTube channel. He's a biohacker or pioneer, I guess is the fashionable way of describing these types of people. He's all the way from Estonia, and I've followed Siim with his quirky YouTube channel for 4 or more years. And he's got some considerable expertise on keto, intermittent fasting, OMAD, and bioneering. His style is to get into the science behind aging, weight loss, wellness, and sleep. And one of the big takeaways for me from Siim was his review on the Oura Ring, something that I happen to have on here, which is a way that I monitor my sleep. And it's a really helpful tool if you don't like wearing your watch at night. So if you haven't come across Siim, it's quite an interesting channel on quite a range of nutrition, biohacking, and energy discourse, if you like. So check out Siim Land on YouTube.
That's so interesting. I've heard so much about Oura Rings. What would you say has been the biggest thing you've noticed since wearing it? What has it helped you to discover?
So the quality of my sleep, for one thing. So understanding how much deep sleep you're getting, how restful you've been at night, how long it takes for you to fall asleep, as well as actually monitoring your heart rate while you're sleeping as well. All of those things, and it also has a temperature sensor on it. So interestingly enough, there's a correlation between temperature and starting to come down with a fever. And having recently recovered from surgery, I can see heart rate changes and a variety of different things that indicators, if you like, of wellness that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to access.
And I suppose having that personalization to your lifestyle will help you stay consistent in a lot of things and actions you take towards your health and fitness.
Yeah, I mean, well, it doesn't monitor things like blood pressure, for instance, but it does monitor heart rate. So that's a fairly good indicator of just what your overall physical health is like, your resting heart rate, for instance. It depends on your physical fitness.
Yeah, definitely. Very interesting. I'll have to check that one out. Well, thank you everyone for watching. We look forward to seeing how you continue to impact more lives with some of these resources, and we hope to hear from you soon.
And before we go, we've got some new things coming up in the next episodes. We're going to be talking with Joseph.
We're going to be talking with Joseph Rakic about a couple of different things, actually. So look out for that. And we're also going to be answering some of your most frequently asked questions that our team get all the time. So that should be really valuable for you as well.
So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And if you've got any questions, let us know. Ciao for now.
See ya.